Good morning. It is a absolutely beautiful late June morning. I can't even believe I'm saying this, but it's cold for us anyway. And it's like, oh, my garden is loving it. Nothing is stressed out, nothing is tired. Everything is blooming as it should. So I thought I'd just do a quick garden tour to show you what's going on in my California Zone 9B garden in late June. This bed is exactly what I was hoping it would be. Just that gushing over look. I actually had the local landscape designer Michael Glassman over yesterday to give me some tips on our front yard, which is fun. But he was just raving about this portion. He's like, "Oh, just the gushing over." And I'm like, "Yes, that's what I love, the gushing over." So look at how beautiful it is. Everything is just so pretty. The pink cashmere superbena is seriously my favorite plant. You could tell I have it everywhere. That and the royal velvet supertunia. Those are my repeat plants, as well as this helichrysum. But just look how pretty everything is. So gorgeous. And what I have now is a garden that blooms, 4 seasons almost, I'd say. I have my spring, I have my summer, I'll have my fall interest. So let's see, winter, not a lot of winter, I'd say. Maybe my new addition over here, the star jasmine, will be my winter interest. And also I've got some azalea and cousin it back here. Those and the sky pencil holly and the silver fall dichondra. Like, this whole section is looking great for winter, so that'll be nice in winter. But my star jasmine, they did get a little crispy, a little transplant shock, but they are rebounding and starting to grow up the trellis, so I'm super excited about that. The vibrant virtuoso dahlias, I think I always get it confused with the Kufia ones. They're just growing and exploding with color. Love it. My crepe myrtles are starting. Usually they're a little bit early. Usually they're for 4th of July. So they're just maybe a couple weeks early. I'm not complaining. But they'll go till October. But let's just look at all the beautiful things in here. One thing that I did do is I cut back my salvia. This is the rock and purple salvia. It has gotten just so big. It's been a bully to my plants, my 3 roses in here. So I've got to divide it somehow. But you can tell, and I just did a hard prune because what it was doing was making my roses leggy. And you can kind of see it here on these ones where there's really tall spikes. I mean, it's in a raised bed, but hello. What is that? It's got to be 8 feet tall. So I prune for size at this point. Here is my, there was a name for this combination and I can't remember now. It was on the Prove a Winner site. And I, of course, added a few of my own things in here. But I've got the Prince Tut papyrus grass, Bordeaux supertunia, royal velvet supertunia, blushing princess lobularia, white licorice helichrysum, and Medusa sweet potato vine. And I'm loving all of it. I'd say this one, it goes in and out of which container is doing better, depending on which is blooming at the time. But the lobularia has kind of had to fight for its life, it feels like. Here's the other one. Like, there's this one on the back end that's not even blooming. But it's doing really pretty right here. But then the Bordeaux is not doing that great. So, yeah, I guess it just depends. I am spraying for budworms because you can see where the little chomp's taken out. That's a budworm. And something that we did since the last time we met was we installed gravel. Isn't that beautiful? It's the 3/4 inch salt and pepper gravel. What I didn't like about having the DG here was when it rained, it splashed up. A good example is here. So I'm hoping to avoid that now. I just think it looks so pretty and it just ties in. I did think there would be more black in it. It's quite white. I was thinking there would be some darker, but I like it. I like it. And maybe you noticed I was able to walk now through my path. We're still making some adjustments to the edge right, but we buried the drip. So now we could just walk through this path and not worry about breaking our necks. But look at how pretty. Oh. So this bed is just doing so well. My Chitalpa, gorgeous, and its scent is definitely starting to come in better. And I'm sorry, they're mowing next door. And they have quite. It's actually the open space that's behind us, and so they are using some commercial grade equipment that's kind of loud, and they'll be there for hours. So sorry about that. But look at how pretty this is. So those are the Kufia. Those. Sorry, I'm having my coffee with you. Those violet ones there, those are Kufia. Those have just done phenomenal. Here's my Chitalpa. The blooms on them are stunning. They're lacy and beautiful. Oh, I love it. Desert Orchid, El Nino. These are the lantana that I dug up from the other side of my garden. And I had them in a bucket. I didn't even plant them. I just dug them up, had them in a bucket for months. I want to say like 3 months. At one point, we went away on vacation and I put something on top of it, another plant that had drain holes. And so when my house sitter watered it, just trying to drain into it, and that's the only water it got, they did absolutely great. They didn't miss a beat. And now they're just starting to fill in. Aren't they pretty? They're going to be this. Here's one little bloom. This is like the first bloom. Not pretty. I love the pink and just a little hint of yellow, which kind of goes well with this little English daisy that it's next to. And then my Shasta daisy, I had cut back. So it's coming with pushing out its second flush. Now I have another one on the other side that isn't as far along as that one. It's over here, surrounded by sea lavender and pink cashmere, but this one does not get as much sun. It likes more sun than it gets here, but it still blooms good. And then look, here is my first hardy hibiscus. Let's see if I can get over here. My first one of the season, but it's definitely loaded up with buds, despite me moving it. Twice. It's still doing great. It's not as huge as it was when it was in more full sun, and it's blooming a little bit later. When it was planted, it was like right over here behind this pittosporum. It was over here before I put the trellis in, and it was blooming in May, which is really early because they say they're late to break dormancy. So I think it's more on schedule now, and I think that's just a sun thing. Oh, but look at my fanflower with the sedum. Isn't that pretty, the two colors together? My buddleia. I mean, just look at the colors. It's just perfection. So I have my roses are blooming up here. This is a Gertrude Jekyll, Gertrude Jekyll, not really sure. That one's looking so good. And then I have my Jeannie LaJoy mini climber. I have a Renee, but it hasn't bloomed yet. It's just putting on growth, but I haven't seen any blooms from the Renee. This one here is the Gertrude Jekyll. Just kind of creeping over. But that will fill in. And then we've got the hardy geranium. Behind here is the John Creech stone crop. It was looking a little rough when I first got it, shipping stress, but it's rebounded and looks really great and it's starting to fill in. My salvia, my pincushion, my verbena, my sunjoy, iris. So just all the pretty things. My weeping redbud. And then over here, I showed this in a video of me trying to work on cleaning up this. Everything's doing pretty well. Despite not getting a lot of sun, that Veronica still continues to bloom and push out new growth, so I'm happy about that. And then all over here, even my, excuse me, my hellebores continue to bloom. I can't believe it. It's June. The weather has just been really mild, so yay. Yeah, everything is looking pretty. I'm going to take these forest grass and transplant them over. I'm going to pick up a few more and I'll put them over here and fill in this swoop because this is pretty shady. Even you can tell because these are the Princess Alexandra of Kent roses and they're putting on growth, but nothing like my Royal Jubilee on the other bed. So, but yeah, isn't that pretty? So now we've got the gravel, the edge right. I just feel like a lot of the structure is here and now it's just going to come to tweaking. I'm so happy. So I'm going to enjoy my coffee for a few more minutes before I go into work and just be really in the moment, in the present, enjoying all the hard work that we put into making this a beautiful place for us to be. I really hope you have a chance to go out and enjoy all your hard work in your garden today.